Hi folks, it's Adewale here again. I got another gem to share with you. This one, I believe, is actually the holy grail of copywriting. And what's amazing is that Closest Copy allows you to do this in such a fast way, and that is generating lead magnets and also generating the landing page for that lead magnet all together. And you can do this in under 5 minutes, I believe. So I'm going to show you exactly how I will go through the process, but maybe just give you a bit of context as well with this. So my experience is that I would usually like to write a blog post and provide a lead magnet that's linked with the blog post and post that on my website, with the goal being that after I have posted maybe 100 different blog posts with different lead magnets, I will see the ones that are shining, the ones people are really signing up for, and then I can use those as the main lead magnets on my website, so it becomes the one that most people sees. So it gives me the opportunity to be able to test a lot of ideas and find the ones that would generate the outcome I'm looking for with getting more people on my email list. But the problem with that is that it's so time consuming to do lead magnets. So for me, after I've written, I've spent so much time writing a blog post, finding headlines, and then I just don't have any energy to, or even brain power left to actually put the lead magnet down. And if I try, what I would then put out will be completely poor quality and will not kind of be successful at all. So with this process, it's amazing. You're gonna get quality landing page content to the lead magnet, and you're going to get a powerful lead magnet out of this as well. So to walk through this with you, I'm going to use that article I recently created on 5 mindset shifts to spark enormous self-confidence. So really, this is about self-criticism. So it could be about self-criticism, low self-esteem, self-confidence issues, or self-doubt, right? But because I talked a lot about self-doubt in the article, so I want to kind of either stick with self-confidence or self-doubt. So as you know, usually you could either be going towards the problem or going away from the problem. So self-doubt is telling people they need to go away from that problem. Self-confidence is something people want to move towards. So you could choose either of that. So let's go to the framework. So I'm going to use the lead magnet framework. So by the time you guys see this video, you should already have access to this in the community. And I have to tell you, the community is a very brilliant idea. And I believe this will make Closest Copy, could make Closest Copy the Facebook of the writers community. Okay, let me waste any more time. So the first thing we do, we want to create a niche, because you see, although I know my content is about self-doubt or self-confidence, but to who might benefit from it the most, I'm not quite sure. A lot of people could benefit from it, but sometimes it's very helpful to be able to target a group of people. So let's do that. I'm just going to write self-doubt in here and let it write. So Closest Copy will come up with niche ideas or people who may be interested in self-doubt. I'll just choose one. Okay, young professionals who want to improve their self-esteem. That's bang on straight away, so I choose that. Okay, so the next thing we do is to go and create the specific niche. This will help us generate problems relevant to this niche. Okay, so we put that there. Young professionals who want to improve their self-esteem. Let's see what it comes up with. We want to go with an idea that's somehow connected with young professionals. Okay. Feeling useless. Should we say feeling useless? feeling useless, but I want to add feeling useless at work. Because my niche for my website is helping professionals who are struggling emotionally. So feeling useless at work, that's the idea that I want to go with. And so we go to the hook story offer stage, and this will help to give us the idea for the landing page. And once we have that idea for the landing page, that also gives us the idea of what we might want to create for the offer itself, the lead magnet itself. Okay, let's see what Closers Copy will come up with here. Okay, how to stop being stuck. 3 simple secrets to getting your life back in record time. Whoa. Most people spend up to 95% of their day at work, yet very few are truly productive and accomplish anything of significance. That's nice. Only problem I'm finding is not giving me the offer itself. I would love to have some offers, but I like this, so let's keep it. How to gain superpowers at work. You will learn how to gain an immediate flow of energy at work even if you are feeling exhausted. What to do on a regular basis to keep your energy level. So this is sort of staying on the energy level thing, which is good. It's good for someone who is struggling to improve their self-esteem at work. They may they may feel depressed quite a bit, which then affects their energy levels. So that works definitely. Right, I want to see whether I can get an offer that would work with one of these hooks. No offer there. Delete. So something I'm finding, and I know this is still being tweaked. The AI is still being tweaked because sometimes it just refuses to give me the last content. Okay, it's giving an offer. You can pick up your free copy of this report. Nope. Enter your name and email address to get your free. I want a checklist. I just use this one. Let's just use that one. I would have loved something more sexy for this checklist. For a free checklist. So we're creating a checklist, and I'll tell you why a checklist in a second. Right. Okay. So how to gain superpowers at work? You will learn how to gain an immediate flow of energy at work, even if you are feeling exhausted. What to do on a regular basis to keep your energy high and your productivity sky high. I think that's actually quite a powerful one. It's not directly linked to self-esteem, but has some connection. It's possible that the person who came and read about a self-esteem article is struggling with energy issues, and so when they see this, it feels like an additional thing which they must get. Okay, so. And the reason that we are going to make this a checklist is because they are the fastest types of lead magnets to produce. And what's going to happen is Closers Copy is going to help us produce the lead magnets very quickly. So if you look at the frameworks that we have here that I've created in this lead magnet framework, we've got a few different types of checklists that you could create, or you could even combine them to create a super powerful lead magnet that people will really appreciate for you. And you know, the reason why people would want checklists is that they're often looking for something that gives them very fast answers, or something that they can just think, okay, I have a problem, I just need a step-by-step guide to just deal with the problem. So the checklist gives them, okay, do this, do that, do this, do that, or you need this, and this before you travel to that Amazonian country or whatever it is. Okay, so let's we're going with checklist. So this checklist is about how to gain superpowers at work. So it's like how to gain an immediate flow of energy. So this is more like a ways to do something or how to do something. So if I look at the checklist, the first one here is checklist of items you need for something. The next one is a checklist of things you need to be aware. If I just open that up, just so you understand what each checklist is doing. So this kind of, as an example here, please give me 7 things I need to know before building a membership site. So, and if you are going to build a membership site, and you are looking for things to know, and you are searching the whole web, and you see somebody offer this as a lead magnet, a free lead magnet, that's something you want to get. So the next one here is a checklist of things I need to be aware of before embarking on something. Like I said, when you want to go to Nigeria, you have to be aware of certain things before you go. Next one is a checklist of how to get something done. And that seems to be more linked to what we're trying to, because we're trying to give people guidance on how to get more energy at work. So what we're going to do that is to go into this one. And we're going to copy this. Oh, you don't have to copy this if you know what it's asking. But we're just going to ask the AI to give us ideas how to gain an immediate flow of energy at work. Let's see what it's going to bring up as steps and ideas that you can then put into a checklist PDF. Okay. Take some time to meditate. That's kind of generic. Do something creative every day. Even if you have trouble gaining energy, don't fight it. Just let go and surrender. I know these are kind of some generic things that people will tell us, that I will usually tell people myself. And I guess this is where I should say this. Now, when you are creating this checklist, if you are doing an offer that's in an area that is not your expertise, you are not fully aware of the kind of answers you should be, I would suggest create the checklist and then do some checking online to make sure that the facts that you've pulled up, the steps you've pulled up, is correct. And that's all you have to do. Well, for me, because I know that this is my area of field, I'm a psychotherapist, for anybody who's wondering. This is my area. When I see some ideas come up, that becomes it becomes easy for me to check that actually this would work. So jumping jacks every morning. Yes, definitely. I believe that would work actually. So this is my checklist I'm creating now. I'm creating items for my checklist. So first of all, what you're doing is you're just getting the checklist items. If you want, you could go ahead and expand a little bit on each one just to give more value. Do something spend 5 minutes walking on by the sunshine and breathe deeply. These are all generic answers I don't want. Change your environment. Okay, these are all generic answers. I want something a bit more deep. Let's see. How to gain an immediate flow of energy. Let's delete that actually. Whoops. Please show me how to develop more energy for work. Maybe that will give us something more deep. Stay away from junk food. Yeah, we could talk about that. Could work. We could add that there. And again, what we're putting down here, this is like your initial ideas for your checklist. You're going to make them better. Eat smaller meals per day instead of large ones. Oh, that's an interesting one. Stay away from junk food. Yeah, we'll leave that in there. Get rid of negative. Yeah, we'll leave that in there. Don't let stress eat away at your energy either. That's too meaningless to me. Learn to say no. Leave that there. Sleep more, eat more, cut out sugar, develop an engineered sleep cycle, go to the bed at the same time every night. That's interesting. Let's put some of these ones here. Papa. I like that. I like that. I like that. I don't want the exercise. The reason why I don't want the exercise one, when you are creating these types of lead magnets, you don't want something that seems like too much work at the same time. You want it to be a little bit more intuitive. You're trying to gather ideas that are not so common sense. Now, at the moment, they may feel common sense, but there's some things we can do to sort of make them a little bit more attractive. So get 7 hours of sleep per night. That's too obvious. Obvious. Right, so what do we have so far? I like the jumping jacks one, although yes, it's exercise, but jumping jacks seems easy, simple. I don't like this one. It's too kind of telling offish. 8 smaller meals, 3 smaller meals a day. This one is interesting because I wouldn't have thought that easily. Just think, okay, if I eat smaller meals, whereas actually it's true. When you eat very heavy meals, you get tired quite easily. Stay away from junk food and sugar. Junk food and sugar, definitely one that would hike you up and then throw you down. Get rid of negative people in your life. Definitely learning to say no. I like that. Okay. So what we could do then is make it enter your name and get the free checklist now. I would really love to beautify this heading. But you guys, you know that there are other frameworks that we have that you can use to beautify the offer. I mean, not the heading. You can beautify a sentence using the framework. But just for the explanation of this video, you can see how I have created the hook. Let's remove this one here. And actually, let's style it up just for fun. Header. Clososcope is just slow. Header, double header. So this is the story, and this is the offer. If we remove the offer story bit. I'm going to spend some time to make it bring out better offers as well. But just to give you an idea. So this is a checklist now. So someone comes to my website, they're reading this article. This is someone who is is trying to hold on to their job because of the energy problems, and they have loads of low self-esteem issues, and they are just reading through this article, and then they see that pop up, how to gain superpowers at work. What does that mean? Because that sort of curiosity type headline, which Closers gave me without me having to sweat at all. And then they read this, you will learn how to gain an immediate flow of energy at work, even if you are feeling exhausted. What to do on a regular basis to keep your energy high and your productivity sky high. Enter your name, right? And then they get this checklist. And this checklist, as I said, you could expand on it just to make it a lot more interesting. Let's go back a little bit. Let's take this one. Let's learn to say no, for example. Learn to say no. Let's see how we can expand. So I have like an expander here in 6. Step 8 is the expander. So learn to say no. Let's see if we can get some ideas of something to put in here that would be inspirational. You learn to say no to the less important things in your life so you can focus on the most important things. You also learn to say no to people who drain you of your time, of people who drain you of your time and energy, and this gives you more energy and vitality to pursue your goals. So we just place that there as an expanded explanation of the learn to say no, right? And we could do that for all these ones now. Get rid of the negative people in your life. Let me bold this. So get rid of the negative people. They are draining your energy and prevent you from reaching. Okay. And replace them with positive, automatically vibrant people who uplift you. I like this one. So okay, and we'll just go and do that for all of them. I'm wanting to do that here. Now, these kind of checklists, sometimes it may even be something that is common sense, but it's just that when people are in a rut, they can't think clearly. They don't actually think about this. Just giving them some guidance of something they could just pick up and do without necessarily thinking too much themselves. It's like you're just giving them, you've done the work for them and giving it to them, and they're going to do it. So you could make the checklist a list of maybe 10 things you can do today or you can do right now. So we've got the hook, bam bam bam, story, bam bam bam, offer, checklists, which you can then expand on if you wanted to, or you just want to just leave the checklist like that. But sometimes it just gives a little bit more value for the person, right? Actually would love to put a checklist to see put an expansion on this one. Which one was it? This one, yeah. Let's see what it says. You will experience an immediate increase in energy and mood elevation and decreased appetite, and you won't get hungry again for at least 3 or 4 hours. That's interesting, because if you eat 3 smaller meals, one, you would think you will get hungry, but when you get used to that system of eating, eventually your body just adjusts, and your body actually starts to use energy from the fat of your body, which can also help you with losing weight too. Yep. Let me just copy that in and add. Can also help you in losing weight. Now, as you're seeing all of this now, I believe what you've just gotten from here is good enough to place in a PDF with a checklist box right in front of it, and you're good to go. You've got your stuff to place on your landing page. You've got all the things in the checklist, and you were just able to do that in just one sitting, no problem. Right. And again, you see, this is something that I know I've said it over and over again. This is something that would have taken you at least maybe at least a whole day or 2 gathering information, and actually, to be honest, getting to the point of getting this sort of copy might take at least 2 or 3 days if you are good at what you do. Okay. So I'm hoping you find this very useful. And what I would love to see though would be people just posting ideas or what they've been able to come up with when they use this framework. You can post it to the community. Because I think that would just be a lovely exercise to do, and just to encourage other people who are still just trying to get on the bandwagon of how they can use closest copy in a very powerful way. Okay, I'm intending to make more videos just to show you some different ways you can definitely use closest copy to empower your writing, your marketing, and in fact perhaps even your love life too. Okay, take care, bye.